Good morning. It actually is starting to feel like the southeast again. A little humidity. It's cool, but humid. I can feel the wetness in the air. Cars are wet again in the morning. A lot of birds singing. A lot of bugs moving. I didn't think I'd say this, but I really miss the thick green trees that we have. It's nice to make home fresh again. 5:30, 5:45, 5:30. Coach Vic's upstairs. I'm going to go get her, see if she's about ready. Go see some friends. It's going to be a nice ride today. So let's get this day started. Good morning, friends. And so today we are going to Brandon, Mississippi, to a good friend of mine's house, a guy named Todd. We've been friends for over 30 years. It's crazy that it's been that long. I've seen the guy struggle and go from literally rags to riches, and he has seen me struggle through disease, death, financial strains, all the way to now. And through all of it, he has been a solid brother in Christ. He is a fine, fine human being, and I'm excited about seeing him and his beautiful wife Shannon this evening. So I could sit here and talk a 3-hour video about how awesome this guy is. And he deserves every bit of it. And I'll tear up if I keep talking about him, so I'm gonna shut up.
You gonna cry?
I'm a sissy, I will tell you. Y'all know this by now. I'm a sentimental dude, and I do love my friends big time. So anyway, today is from
where are we? We're
Fort
in
Smith, Slant
Van Buren,
what state?
Arkansas.
Kansas. And we are heading to Brandon, Mississippi. The first stop today is
Conway,
Arkansas. The second stop will be Gould, McGehee, right? And our third stop will be,
I don't know, Yazoo
City, Mississippi. And then our final stop will be at my buddy's house there in Brandon, Mississippi. So it's a beautiful day, mid 50s, I'm thinking, low 60s. The birds are singing. It is just stellar. It looks like a southeast United States morning. It really does. So we're gonna get Coach Vic, gonna get her jacket on, get her fleece on, and we're gonna get rolling.
Coach Bob went into the dining area and got cereal boxes for the trip.
No, Coach Bob did. Let me tell you something.
Coach Bob did.
Coach Vic is a scammer. If there is a cereal box, or if there is a biscuit within a 100-mile radius, she will end up with that biscuit in her purse.
No, I don't.
She always goes. She walks in. Now we're not Hilton Gold members because we don't have enough stays, but I sure am hungry, and that food sure looks good. And then people always go, "It's okay, ma'am. You can have one of these packages."
We'll give you the package anyway.
She is a scammer, man. Unbelievable. So if you ever see her panhandling, don't give her anything now.
Oh, no, I'm not that bad. It's fun. It's the challenge. Anyway.
You ready to roll, Mama?
Coach Bob has frosted mini wheats for later. Yes, I'm ready to roll.
All right, let's do this. As we head out on a beautiful Arkansas morning, the lush greenery is just like a big hug and a kiss, man. Just welcome home, Bob. And it has been wonderful seeing that this morning. But one of the things I wanted to address is traveling to the east. When you're facing the east, you know, when we left Tallahassee, and I'm an early riser, as we were riding westbound, we did not have to contend with the sun in our face. By the time the sun was setting, it was still high enough in the sky that it really wasn't an issue for us at all. But when we depart early in the morning and we're heading eastbound, that sun starts to come up, and it can really become a real problem. So one of the things that you're going to be faced with if you're traveling eastbound, one is the sun in your face, that you are going to get a lot of sun. So make sure you wear your sunscreen and take care of yourself. Take care of your skin. You can get skin burn just from the wind and the drying of the sun, and then you can get sunburn on top of that. I do have some nice tan lines around the face of my helmet, the lower face part. It's weird, if I take my helmet off and I'm standing in the right light, you can see the shape of the bottom of my helmet, and you can see the shape of my glasses. And I've been wearing an SPF 50 or higher every single day, and I put it on multiple times a day to protect myself from the sun. But the other issue that I think is one that I don't think people talk about very often is sun blindness. The idea of looking at that sun as it is coming up and things you can do to mitigate that. Now, there are some things that you can't do anything about. One is that it is going to be bright and it is going to be blinding at times, and there's nothing you can do about that other than pull over. We have actually pulled over a couple of times, and I am not reticent about pulling over, because if you can't see in front of you, you'll hit something big that could be in the road. It could be a tire, it could be a board, it could be a washing machine that had fallen off of a truck. So if you can't see, you need to pull over. The other thing, one thing you can do that really is very, very helpful: keep your windshield clean on the Can-Am, keep your visor clean on your helmet, the windscreen on your helmet. Keep it clean. Both the tinted one and the clear one. Wipe them down every single day. I clean the windshield pretty much every stop. You'll see every now and then I may get a little slack on it in the afternoon if I'm moving a little slow like an older guy. But in the mornings, you'll see that the windshield's clean, man. I clean it when I get off the bike in the afternoon. I wipe it down in the morning, and I really do try to keep the glare off of it. Also, depending on the type of rag you use, whether you're using a microfiber or a terry cloth or just a pure cotton like a t-shirt, what I have found, honestly, the microfiber does a good job, but what I find that cuts all of the stuff is just a simple terry cloth. I'll use the microfiber to get the water off, and then I'll go over it with a terry cloth, like a towel, a soft towel that won't scratch the windscreen, and it really does seem to do a better job as far as getting any residual stuff off of there. Because, you know, sometimes your windshield can look clean, and when the sun hits it in a certain angle, you're like, it's not really very clean. And you can look even here as I'm wiping it down every day, I still see lines on it here and there. So can you do a better job? Or are there products out there? There is a Rain-X product that they say does a pretty good job, that's made for the plastic windscreen. Don't get the traditional Rain-X that you put on a glass screen, because if you do, you're going to damage your windshield on your Can-Am, so don't do that. But keep those visors clean, keep that windshield clean. It'll save you a lot of heartache, and don't be hesitant about pulling over if the sun. Don't feel silly about pulling over. The sun is as great a hazard as anything out there as far as visibility is concerned. Be careful with that. These first miles have gone super quick. The road is smooth and the traffic light. Next stop, Conway, Arkansas. All right, so we are on the other side of the other side.
The other side.
We're on the southeast side of Conway, Arkansas. Next stop's going to be Gould, McGehee, somewhere around there, and then Yazoo City. Easy trip so far. Traffic's not too bad. We'll see. We're going to get a little closer to Little Rock.
Sun's coming out, so now it's going to be warm. Nice and warm.
Definitely want to keep it rolling today, keep moving quick. So we're going to get this coffee down our necks, and we're going to do some rolling.
We're going to do some rolling.
Not long out of Conway, we blast our way through Little Rock. More traffic, bumpy roads, and poor signage. There was quite a few areas in here where you just have to wing ding it and hope you're making the right turn. The GPS just couldn't keep up with some of the poor road markings on here. So when you're coming through Little Rock area, be patient, be vigilant, and keep your head on a swivel. It's very deceiving. It's not like an Atlanta or a Chicago or a Miami. but it can be somewhat overwhelming. There's a lot of road splitting that goes on here, and they aren't marked real well, and some of the markings that are painted on the road are pretty worn off. So if you're going through the Little Rock area, if you're not familiar with the area, it can create some real problems for you due to the debris in the road and a litany of other reasons. So just take it easy through Little Rock and you'll be fine. Not long out of Little Rock, here we are. Farmland. Beautiful farmland. The rural beauty that this state has to offer is pretty amazing. A lot of greenery. You'll see a lot of crop dusters out here, a lot of tractors. You see a lot of hard-working people out here. It should encourage you. It encourages me. So let's enjoy the beauty as we get ready to enter the city of Gould, Arkansas. Gould's not a very big place. It's got a population of 837. I really look forward to it. I love the small towns and interacting with the beautiful people. So let's hit Gould, Arkansas and gas up and get us some grub.
All right, so we are in Gould, Arkansas.
There's the water tower. Big little gas station here. Anyway, didn't need much. I just got to get to Yazoo City, Mississippi. Then we'll top off. Be the last stop of the day till we're at our destination. 230 miles. Temperature is perfect. The roads are good. These state roads, man, getting off the interstate, and they've all been, for the most part, either divided highway or 5 lanes. So plenty of room, not a lot of heavy truck activity. Man, getting off the interstate sure is nice. These state roads spoiling me. Seeing the farmland, the green, rich, you know, the smells, remind me of my childhood, you know, and that feeling of home. It's amazing that when I was young, I really wanted to get out of the deep South, and you know, as I've grown older, ended up moving back to this part of the country in Florida, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful here. I'm looking over at the railroad track. All the cross ties are stacked over there. In fact, I'll start moseying that way. I'd like for you to see that. It's another common sight that when I was a boy that we saw all of the towns when I was a boy. Railroad tracks, we cropped tobacco as kids, that sort of stuff. And the railroad was a big deal. And so you would always see them doing work on the railroads. I'm working on the railroad all the live long day. It's not just a song, people actually did it. My grandfather was a railroad man. Papa Bud, sounds like a railroad guy, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm walking back here. Coach Vic won't know where the heck I am when she comes back. Look at all the railroad cross ties stacked up there, man, where they've been doing work. All those old cross ties and all that stuff. I remember as a boy, my father would make flower beds and things like that, and we would buy cross ties. We kind of stack them, stagger them and stack them. And that's how he did the outline of the flower beds and things like that. And they were so heavy. I remember as a kid trying to pick those things up, and I could barely get them off the ground, get one end off the ground. And he would always call me a candy. A candy A, I'll let you fill in the blank. How you doing, man? Good. So, anyway, we'll wait on Coach Vic. Hopefully she's about ready to go. She's been in there about 10 minutes. She likes to get her Coca-Cola, take her time. She don't rush for nobody. Next stop, Yazoo City. That's her coming out right there. Let me go help her right now. Hey there, Mama.
Got your coat.
All right. I'll carry that. There it is. You want me to?
Yes,
Woo! Ha-ha. Lunch of Champions, Coca-Cola and Funyuns. Oh, yeah. Coach Vic trying to put a little meat on the man bones. She told me I was looking too good yesterday. She says, you looking too good. People gonna start picking up on you. I think it's the white sunglasses. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Coach Bob, those are the goofiest sunglasses in the world. But I do like them. They have flair. Do they give me a certain?
They have flair. Yes, there's flair on those white sunglasses.
Do they give me a certain panache?
Definitely a certain panache. The only Coach Bob can handle. Yes.
You know, I do this. I buy all these. You probably noticed in all my videos, I have on different sunglasses all the time. I buy cheap sunglasses and I wear them and I tear them up. I sit on them, I break them, I scratch them.
Try them on.
Have the unveiling. Okay, you ready, Coach Vic? Ooh, be careful.
All right.
Oh, looking good, Coach Vic.
Give a comment if I should wear them. But the only problem is I really need prescription sunglasses. But anyway, there we are.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway,
Go
get all
talk
my
to
stuff together.
Go harass those cashiers. They'll like you.
All right, I'll go do that right now.
All right, so we are in the quick stop in Gould, Arkansas. These are highly paid professionals. Tell me 5 reasons why I would want to live in Gould, Arkansas. Come on. Family, all right, that's good.
I'm not from here.
You're not from here? But you live here?
I don't live here.
You work here? Well, you gotta be from the area. You don't commute like 400 miles, do you?
You would want to live here because of the store.
Because you're here.
That's right.
See, there's 2 good reasons, just you 2. Y'all have a great day, okay? All right, thanks. Buddy, you have a blessed day, my friend.
Yes, sir. You too.
We are just coming back. We left Florida, went to San Diego, California. Now we're on our way back to Florida.
Oh, yeah. Y'all been doing some good rides.
Man, and you know what? The highlights of our trips are small towns just like this. People in these small towns, man.
Oh, yeah. And this one of the good. Hey, can't be speeding because the police get you.
I saw him pull up. I figured he was following her. She's trouble.
No. No, that's what they do. But come through his speed.
All right, man. I appreciate that.
So next stop is Yazoo City, Mississippi.
Whenever y'all pass through here again, if it's on a Saturday, on a Sunday, stop right there. We be having service outside.
All right, so do you go to church there?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your name?
Marcus.
Marcus, I'm Bob.
All right.
And if I do come through town, I will go to church with you.
Yes, sir. And we have it on the radio, 88.9.
All right, man. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
As we leave beautiful Gould, Arkansas, and we head towards McGehee, Arkansas, all I can say is land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Oh yeah, I tell you, you know where that comes from. You can put that in the comment down below if you so desire. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. Share it with your friends. We appreciate the growth that we're getting. It really has been quite wonderful, the response that Coach Vic and I are getting through all of this, and we really do appreciate you more than you know. Now the town we're about to go through is a little town called Magehee. You know, we've pronounced it as McGee. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but I was told by a local, or by an Arkansasian, I guess that's what you would call them, that Magehee is how you say it. So I'm going to go with that for the moment. It was founded in 1857, and it was the railroad went through in 1878 and changed everything. All of a sudden, the town started to grow, but it had a huge setback in 1927. One of the things that you may not know about these areas out here is they are quite low. This place flooded big time, and there were areas that were 30 feet underwater. When I lived in Louisiana, I remember a huge flood. I believe it was in the early 90s. And it was crazy. I remember getting people out of their houses in boats, volunteering with the Red Cross, and just helping people sandbag to keep their properties from flooding. It can get kind of nuts when things start to flood out in these areas. But this is a beautiful town. It's a very industrial looking, but very clean. It's home of the legendary Hoots Barbecue, which, man, I wish I was hungry. Those Funyuns just topped me right off. You know, talking about the flooding and stuff, it made me think about a story. Years ago, we had a big flood, and I was in a nicer subdivision helping people evacuate, and there was a lady in her home, and she did not want to leave her home, and understandably so. We want to protect our things, and I told her, I said, you know, look, there can be creatures in this water, and you just want to be careful. We had these little coupon type things you would give to people, and it would help them get a motel room and that sort of stuff, and it would be free because of the Red Cross. And so she goes, nope, I'm not going. I said, well, let me leave this with you just in case you change your mind. And she goes, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not leaving my house. And I said, that's fine, ma'am. And so I get ready to leave. I'm like, excuse me, do you see that right there? And she looked over, and a water moccasin was swimming across her living room. She goes, I'm coming with you. And I said, do you want to pack a bag? She goes, no, I'm coming with you right now. So it's amazing. When you see the right critter, you'll be motivated. So now we're rolling into Lake Village, Arkansas. Lake Village is really a cool place because it's right along this gigantic lake. The houses are reasonably priced. And, you know, for folks who want to live on a lakefront, no, I don't work for the Lake Village, Arkansas Chamber of Commerce. But, you know, when you look at areas like this that are quite affordable to live on the water here, why not? Lake Village is a small community with a population of just over 2,500. And it's one of those places you got to enjoy outdoor life. You got to enjoy the water, that sort of thing. And if you enjoy that, you'll love Lake Village, Arkansas. But not far south of Lake Village, Arkansas, we're going to hit the mighty Mississippi River and enter the great state of Mississippi and fly into the Mississippi Delta. We are entering the Mississippi Delta, also known as the Yazoo Mississippi Delta. It's quite a beautiful place, and it is low-lying, it is wet, and there is a lot of skeeters here. But the Delta is beautiful. It is definitely a lowland area. It is described as the most southern place you can be on the planet. You know, the Paul Simon Graceland album, the title cut off of there, talks about the Mississippi Delta shining like a national guitar. Now he's following the river down the highway through the cradle of the Civil War. You know, it really is a very poignant way of describing this area. It's quite wide open, can be unbelievably hot, and a very unforgiving land, but it certainly is worth your time. If you ever get a chance to come visit the Mississippi Delta, you owe it to yourself to visit this grand place. Let's talk about a question that I've gotten multiple times, and I've been meaning to discuss this in greater depth, and that is the performance of the trailer. So what's it like to pull a trailer? At this point, we're rapidly approaching 4,000 miles. It looks like this trip in the end is going to be just over 5,000 miles. So we've pulled this trailer a long way, and we've also pulled it with quite a few things in it. It would probably be advantageous of me once I get home to weigh everything and give you a better idea of what we have been able to do. But the trailer we load with water, an ice chest, a wheelchair, air compressor, small battery powered air compressor, and some tools and a few other odds and ends. It's relatively heavy, I would say, in motorcycle land, but not heavy in trailer world. You know, by what people that pull boats or the guys that I know that pull things, they certainly wouldn't consider it heavy. That said, the trailer has performed flawlessly. No issues with traction control, no issues with stopping, and no issues with performance on the road, with rough grades, none of that. And we'll talk a little bit further about the trailer once we get out of our next stop. So let's pull in here, get a little gas and refresh. We'll pick up where we left off talking about the trailer.
All right, we are a little north of Yazoo City and stopping to top off with gas. Let Vicki stretch her legs a little bit, get her out of that seat.
Our last stop before our final stop of today.
So we got about 89 miles, something like that, to our destination. 89, 90, somewhere around there. Anyway, we'll be there in the next hour and a half.
Since he's not going to wear them, I'll finish this little segment up with the
Go ahead
glasses.
and finish it off.
Oh, what am I going to say?
I have no idea. You said you were finishing it up.
Oh, it's been a great trip so far, and everywhere we go, everybody has been nice. Everybody's been nice. It's been awesome. And sun's out, we're going, and there's a lot of farmland in Mississippi. A lot of farmland in Mississippi.
So what was the little area we called what is it called that we went through? The Mississippi what?
Oh, the Mississippi Delta.
Oh.
We'll give a learning lesson on the Mississippi Delta, but if you know it before we give you a lesson, write down what you know about it.
You may have already heard it already. Aha!
Ah. But good geography lesson, Mississippi Delta.
There you go. All right.
And the Mississippi River before that, or all around that.
There you go. You ready to go to Brandon, Mississippi?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, as we leave the Yazoo City area, the roads are nice and smooth. The winds are picking up a little bit, but it is beautiful and warm, and of course humid. So back on the trailer, we have pulled the trailer through mountains. We have pulled it through unbelievably hot weather, twisting roads, heavy traffic, and the trailer has performed flawlessly, as I said. I will be doing a video here in the not so distant future on the trailer. There have been, when I say issues, I don't mean performance issues, quality control issues with the trailer. There's a little plastic piece on the front of it it just looks a little bowed. I don't know if it was that way when I got the trailer and I just did not recognize it, or if the heat has maybe affected the adhesion in a couple of areas. Anyway, it's not really a problem. It's more cosmetic, but I'm a nitpicky old guy, and so, you know, it's something I will show you definitely. But the performance of it, you absolutely can hook it up, ride anywhere with this thing, and feel absolutely confident with it. You could forget it's there if you're not careful. Which leads me to backing up. Backing up is a skill with a trailer, and because it is a single axle and it is quite short, you can jackknife it pretty easily. So just be careful when you're backing up. Make sure you remember it's there. Maybe you have to tie a string around your finger or something like that. But the trailer is nice and it works very, very well. We use of course, the Freedom trailer, as you know, and it comes with the stock wiring harness. We've had no lighting issues. Everything on the trailer has absolutely, again, I repeat, performed exactly as it was designed to perform. So when you get in the rural areas here of greater Mississippi area, we start approaching the Jackson area. The roads get a little bit rough. We hit a spot that I swear, I don't know how it didn't rip the back wheel off the Spyder. It was one of those things, you come around a curve and there is that spot in the pavement. It's right in the middle of the lane, and if you were on a two-wheeled vehicle, you could go in the left side of the lane or the right side of the lane. As long as you weren't in the middle of the lane, you would have been fine. So I could straddle it with the front tires, I could straddle it with the trailer, and try to kind of run it between the back tire and the front tire. It just wasn't doing it. It was a big hump in the middle of the road, and man, it jarred the living heck out of us. I will be checking the Spyder when we get there to make sure we didn't knock anything loose. Everything seems to be performing fine, but it shook us up, man. I'm telling you, Coach Vic was like, what did you run over? I mean, it felt like we had run over a log. Well, the water you're looking at right now is the Ross Barnett Reservoir, and our good friends Todd and Shannon live right here along this body of water. So what we're going to do, we're going to enjoy this last few minutes of our ride, and the next time you see us, we hope to be on their boat. Enjoy the Ross Barnett Reservoir.
All right, so we're out on the boat. This is Todd right here. He is a super fancy, cool guy. We knew that. Now, he is the greatest of all time, which is commonly known as a goat. Don't you be eyeballing me.
Oh my God.
I got goat snot on my camera. I didn't even know goats had wet nose. You ain't gonna eat my camera, are you?
Mom, get up there. And if you can reach that stuff, they love that stuff. They'll sit there and eat.
You want me to get rammed, don't you?
Well, I'm telling you, you won't get around.
That's Shannon right there. She's the queen.
Hi, I am the queen.
Yeah, she is. There's Coach Vic. She's doing a lot of trouble. You know how she is. Todd told me to get out here with the goat. I'm kind of scared. You ain't gonna ram me, is you? I got a $1 bill in my pocket. You might think it's food. So what do I do? Get down here and walk up? Oh, okay. All right, I'm coming out. I'm coming over. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. You gotta let me out. Woo. Come here, little. There's a baby goat. Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't trust him. He might. Yeah, I know. Me. See if I. Here.
I think that's a mountain goat.
I think it's a bird.
Hey, good. Come here. Come here, little guy. Can you get up? You stuck? Come on. Follow me. Follow your leader. Oh my goodness. Get that off. Sheesh. What's up? He's running other goats off. Don't be getting crazy. Whoa.
Bob!
Got my wedding ring.
I gotta fix that. I can't leave him like that. That was a pretty good jump though, wasn't it? Come here, man. Come here. Here we go. Right
He
there.
don't like you. You're not his friend.
I bet y'all didn't know I can move that fast. That goat probably does not realize I'm a powerful YouTube influencer. And he tried to run me off of that island. I showed him who, never mind.
I wish I would have gotten that.
I did not run from that goat.
Oh, hell, you almost broke your neck. exposed.
I was trying to protect you.
You are not.
I'm like, he's going after Shannon. I gotta protect her. She's a delicate flower.
You're about to break a leg.
You saw how brave I was, didn't you?
You know, it's what I come to expect from you. I knew you were brave the first time I saw you in the bathroom after you came out of the shower. Because I said, Bob, you got a lot of guts.
What you laughing at, woman?